Thanks to the support as a channel member, Jacob Barnett. Well, boys and girls, if all goes to plan, this is the last video in this office. It's been 4 years. It is, as I'm recording it, still nearly 2 weeks before move day. So if I'm in here again tomorrow, it means something went wrong. But my plan is, after I've recorded this video, to start packing up this office. So tomorrow's video should be in the new one. And I'll look 2 weeks older. Longer, greyer beard, I imagine, after 2 weeks of packing up a house. So everyone say thank you, office. And hopefully the new office, I'll be able to squeeze both YouTube plaques and my Guinness World Record thing in the backdrop so that it's not just Batmobiles and football shirts. Hello and welcome to part 98 of Wembley to Wembley. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have our first 2 games of the new season, at home against Cambridge and away against newly relegated Bristol Rovers. Cambridge are a team who struggled last year but are expected to be in the top half this time around. Bristol Rovers, freshly relegated, expected to go straight back up. We're going to learn a lot today because we're going to have to do that with only one centre-back in the team, and he's only 5'10". Fujio Yoshihama, I'm a big fan of his. As the only centre-back, though, it's potentially not ideal. We're going to play him alongside Matthew Murray, who, we've moved his number from 4 to 6 so that he really feels like he is a centre-back. Yeah. Oh, we need some money. I don't know where we're going to get it from. So this is the team for the game against Cambridge. It's Parini in goal, a back four of Lemani, Yoshihama, Murray and D'Souza. Lemani is one of the new boys who came in on loan in the summer. I mean, he can play centre-back, but we also need him to play left-back. I mean, we have got this guy we've just signed on a free transfer who could potentially slot in there. Problem is everyone's left-footed. Have we got a right footer anywhere? They're all left footed. Stop being left footed, you plums. I bet you're left footed as well. Stop it. Why are you all left footed? So we need a right footed centre back, another left footer. So we need a right footed centre back. D'Souza, I guess, could be him. But then who are we going to play right back? We don't have anyone really. It's difficult. So at the moment, that's what we're going with. Smith and Shaibu in midfield. Smith is another one of the new boys who's in. I mean, he's a right-sided defensive player. He could play centre-back, but Murray, I guess we try Murray and see what happens from there. And then up front, this is where I'm confident in what we've got. Scanlon and Muller, and then Justinusson and Hurley. This guy's 6'7". Not only is he 6'7", we've appointed a set-piece coach this summer. Very exciting. We've got no money. We do have a set-piece coach, and he's got 5 out of 20 for set-piece coaching. So expect to see us doing some shenanigans, aiming at this big slab of Faroese 18-year-old. It's a sentence, isn't it? We just need to outscore our opposition. Let's see if we're capable of doing it. We're sticking with a 4-2-4 because 3 of our 5 best players are strikers. Maybe even 4 if you include Muller, who I'm now kind of trying to make that mental switch that he is now a winger. But he played up front for us for most of last season, so I guess he's still officially a striker. And oh, goodness me, I thought we'd conceded after 10 seconds. I'd be tempted to resign on the spot if we conceded after 10 seconds the first day of the season, because it's alarming how this season is shaping up. We need a strong start. We need these attackers to be as good as I hope they are. Failing that, obviously, we can still try and bring in more loans as we get closer to deadline day. More of the free loans become available, but we are still restricted by the same issue we've got right now, which is only 5 loans can be in the matchday squad. So we've started 4 and got 1 on the bench today. Even if we found like a perfect back 4 all available for loan for free, we can't play them all without dropping one of the 2 midfielders, both one of the 2 strikers. It's all problematic. Look at him, 6'7". What a big boy. I need him to work out. We had a big striker last year. It worked. We've got an even bigger striker this year. Let's see how our set pieces get on. We're not aiming at him inexplicably, but it is Scanlon who picks the ball up. Scanlon's been here a long time now. Limani, who can play centre-back. Yoshihama, just comfortably, there you go, knocking the ball over to Smith. Smith trying to play Muller in, can't get in, and he was looking for the big boy up top. Justinison. I need to learn his name quick. The one positive is Shaibu, who I was trying to get in the team all last year, has now by default become a starting midfielder because we don't really have any other options. So I guess that's a good thing. Lemani plays the ball over looking for Muller. Can't find him, but Smith wins the ball back. And then it's a loose ball from Cambridge, and Scanlon's got room to run into, plays it back to Shaibu, it's back to Scanlon again, slides it across, it's Justinison, and he's scored with his foot. He was supposed to be doing all of his goals with headers, but either way, he's done one with his foot. Look at the size of him. It's 1-0. They gave Scanlon a little bit of opportunity. He's played a lovely 1-2 with Shaibu here to get past his man, and then just slides the ball across. Either Hurley or Justinison could have been the ones to apply the finish there, but between the two of them, because remember, they'll have an understanding already. They've come through the youth setup at Aberdeen together. They've been training together for 5 years. So those two boys should already know how each other play. And I think we saw a little bit of partnership there with Hurley dummying it, creating the space for Justinison. And he scored 1-0 to Wembley. Remember, the goal this season, the finances are so disastrous. The goal is just to finish 22nd or higher again. We just want to avoid relegation. I think I touched on it a little bit in the last episode of last season. The plan is very much just stay in this league until we have a cup run or a player that we can sell for enough money that we can then reinvest and actually have a proper push at promotion. We're never going to get promoted with the budget that we've got. But if we can survive in the league for long enough and one day get that cup run, get that injection of cash, then the following year we could probably sign some better players and have a proper crack at it. And if we can get promoted again, all the money goes up. And you know, it does all come down to money. It's 1-1. It was a fairly sloppy goal to concede. Murray doesn't look like he's having a very nice time playing at centre-back, and that was poor from him as well. He just didn't look like he knew what to do. I don't think he's going to be the solution. We're probably better off with a left footer there than having someone who just doesn't really know how to play the role. And he's supposedly an accomplished centre-back. He didn't look like it there, did he? And it is Cambridge swarming over us, and Limani, who would have been one of the options to move over and play at centre-back, has clumsily given away a penalty, so maybe he's not the answer as a defender either. Well, we're asking him to play as a wing-back, so we're asking him to push forward when he just wants to defend. They've hit the post! Oh, it's the most Cambridge thing I've seen all day, and now we're trying to do a counter-attack, and we're not quite able to get away. Unfortunately, the two of them were the wrong way round. It was Hurley flicking on to Justinison. We'd want it the other way around, really. And now Murray playing it forward to D'Souza. I guess one thing we could try, should we be proper snazzy and clever? We're playing centre-backs out at wing-back. Forget that. Here it comes. We're going to do inverted full-backs and a libero. Because why not? What's the worst that can happen? It can't be any worse than it's been so far. And it theoretically gets those centre-backs playing at full-back into positions where they can actually defend, and gets Murray involved further forward where he can actually be a midfielder, and hopefully will be a little bit better. The change hasn't gone through. We haven't given away that goal because of the change. There you go. The change has gone through now. So maybe this is a better shape in light of the players that we've got available to us. It's probably a little snazzy for League Two, especially for the worst team in League Two to be trying, but maybe it's just enough tactical shenanigans to just confuse the rest of the league. A libero in a back four in League Two. What will they think of next, eh? Right, come on. We're going attacking. Let's get ourselves back into this game. We can't be losing at home to Cambridge on the first day. That is a sign of terrible things to come if that happens. There you go. So we're defending and we slip into the back four. And then when we're attacking, it should convert into a back three. It doesn't matter if we're just going to keep conceding goals from every shot they have, though. It doesn't matter what arrangement we're playing our pathetic defenders in. If the goalkeeper can't make a save, I don't want to see it. We're berating. It's going to be a long, hard season, boys and girls. I don't think we can play Murray at centre-back in the next game. That's clearly not going to work. We need to find a right-footed centre-back from somewhere. Preferably a big 6'5" one who can then complement Yoshihama, who I'm a massive fan of, but he can't be the only centre-back at 5'10". It's just, it doesn't work for me. Maybe his future's in midfield anyway. Right, Justinison trying to get a counter-attack going. Hurley. just kind of running into players. There's no options for him. Limani, who's supposed to be tucking in as an extra defender there, nobody seemed to really know what their position was. It's almost as if I've changed it to something really complicated mid-match without ever discussing it with them in advance, which doesn't sound like something I'd do. We've obviously been planning this all summer. Oh, yeah, these boys know how to play these roles. Absolutely. Oh, can we demand more? Can somebody do something? Come on, chaps. Somebody do something. Limani, understandably, shattered. Not having a nice time. Neither's D'Souza. Neither's Murray. None of them having fun. The front two aren't tearing the league up the way I hoped they would either. There you go. We can move Murray forward. We'll bring on Proctor. So we can go back to a proper defence now. You can be a full-back. You can be a wing-back. There you go. Drop you back there. You push on a little bit. Limani needs to come off as well, so Robinson can come on for him, who can probably play. I guess he is a centre-back. And then I guess we change the strikers, or a striker. McLeod can come on. He wants to be a poacher. So let's make him a poacher. You can change to be an advanced forward. Get you a little bit further forward. Get you being an inverted winger, which we've done from time to time. Let's see what happens, shall we? Can we drag ourselves back into the game? Probably not. But we can but try. Oh, God, it's so sad that it's come to this. We had such a good season last year, but we've just run out of money. Although I do remember the start of last season was miserable before the loans came in. I didn't want to do 30 loans again this year. I wanted to try and do it properly, he says, having already brought in 9. Maybe we do just have to go bonkers with it again and let the good players emerge from the collection that arrive. Right, we'll stick Muller over there doing that. Kelleher can come on. Shaibu. We don't have anyone to come on for you. I guess we'll go more attacking. We'll get him in there. Why not? Why on earth not? Let's go very attacking. We may as well go for it. I don't think we're getting back into the game, but we may as well try. We got to score 3 times. Again, tactical change hasn't gone through yet. So that isn't even my fault. It's my fault it's got to this point. This is not a nice first day of the season, is it? I don't know what to do because we don't have enough defenders and we have no way of bringing in any new ones. I guess we just go way over wage budget. I mean, that's the attitude we had last year. Let's go over the wage budget. I'm not going to get sacked if we survive in the league. I might get sacked if we get relegated. And we're already over the wage budget anyway. Get me some defenders in on trial. I mean, we've already had him in and tried to sign him earlier in the summer. We couldn't afford him. Can we try again now? Probably not. Oh, they're already not letting us offer sensible money. There's nothing we can do with that kind of money. What about a loan? A loan for a right-sided defender. Those two aren't even scouted. You are right-footed. Better than nothing, I guess. Well, got to change the tactic as well. Back to the drawing board. Well, we're back here again with a 3 at the back, all 3 of them left-footed. I cannot believe the last Football Manager match I'm going to record in this office, I'm doing a back 3. It is hideous. But with what we've got, it's pretty much the only other thing we can do. We don't have any attacking midfielders. It's annoying having to drop one of the strikers, but this is what we're going to try. I'm not going to show you a Carabao Cup game because who cares? But I will show you Tranmere in the league where we will try the same thing. So let's see how we get on. If we can beat Bristol Rovers with it, it might work against Tranmere. Well, it finished 1-1 and then we lost on penalties against a team that's supposed to get promoted. So I guess it worked quite well. We're going to try it again. It's Perini in goal. A back four of Lemani, Yoshihama and Proctor. Jones, Smith, Murray and D'Souza then across the hideously defensive flatback 7 nonsense area. Scallon on the left, Muller on the right. Justinison up front on his own. But he's 6'7", so he's the size of 2 people. And I hate everything about it. I'm waiting until deadline day when we can bring in a load of loans again and hopefully get back to doing something that's a little bit more attack minded, because this is horrible. But we're not losing yet, so that's good. We're not even playing a positive mentality. We've just gone balanced and boring and calm and just trying to stay in the league, I guess. Yes, I know we'd be better off playing D'Souza in a more comfortable position, but we don't have anyone who can play right wing back. Like, what's Kelvin Hayball doing? Can we get him back? And there you go. D'Souza's headed that clear. I have got all of my right wingers frantically training to play right wing back. So we've got lots of them. You might see the likes of Kelleher or Henderson, whatever his name is, Keats, any of them. The first one to become, I guess, even a makeshift wing back can slot in there for D'Souza, and D'Souza would make a lot more sense on the right-hand side of the 3 because he's a right back, but he's 6 foot tall and can play centre back. And as we have no right footers in defence, stick him in there as a wide centre back makes a lot more sense than trying to play him as right wing back. But needs must at the moment. Nobody else can play there, and at least this system gets Murray back in midfield. I don't want to play 2 left-footed centre backs together. 3 though. I feel like they can cover for each other a little bit. And we're certainly cancelling Tranmere out at the moment. Remember, Tranmere, though, are newly promoted. 2 years ago, we won the league that they've just been promoted from. But they've come straight up and, again, are expected to be in the promotion mix, just like Bristol Rovers, who we've just played. So it is a game where we'd be very happy to come here and pick up a point away from home. And we've not been disastrous. I mean, we've not played well by any stretch. 28% possession is utterly hideous. And Tranmere have certainly created a lot more chances than we have, but we are kind of cancelling them out at the moment. I don't think I could do an entire season playing this way because it would just be so boring to do. I'd rather get relegated than watch these long, boring matches with no highlights happening in them. Goodness me. Right. We're going to take off D'Souza. Shaibu could play there, you know. Yeah, let's get Shaibu in there. That might be his role. Justinison, not enjoying playing up front on his own at all. But because we're having to bring in all the other, I mean, I guess put Muller up front. Because we're having to bring in all the other loans, we don't have anyone else to go up there. We can stick Kelleher out on that side. And then we've not really got very many other players available to us. We've got 2 more left-footed centre-backs, 2 more right wingers. Oh, this squad. It's going to ruin me. It's so unbalanced. Who built this squad? It's so unbalanced and so expensive. It's the most expensive squad in the history of the club. And it is so lopsided and unbalanced. Come on, Wally, do us a goal. Let's offer some encouragement. We're not even attacking. But we'd be happy with a point, so why would we be? Right, Murray's going to come off. Robinson can come on for him. We'll take off Scanlon, and Keats can come on that side. It's horrible. And then, I mean, we've literally only got a defender or a winger to fit in positions that they're just not going to fit. I guess what we could do, take off Smith, who's shattered, get Shaibu in there, and then Keats is definitely one of the ones who's been learning to play there. So let's get him in there. We've now got multiple players playing out of position. Henderson, Derbyshire and Keats both playing out of position. But could we maybe sneak a winning goal? Wouldn't that be a thing? It would certainly put a positive spin on the end of the episode. We seem to have a tactic that can cancel out good teams at their place, which I guess is a handy thing to have. But it shows absolutely no ambition. We're going to score here, aren't we? Shaibu with the corner. Nobody can get on the end of it. It was Henderson, Derbyshire, who was trying to. All 6'3" of him. But unfortunately, we weren't able to make anything of it. I think that was the first and only attacking highlight we had in the match. Look, this is what happens when you have 3 left-footed centre-backs. They're all left of the D. I know it's a goal kick, but still. Right, there's a minute left. I hope we win the ball here. We're not. It's coming straight back at us. Oh, God. That was horrible defending. Both Yoshihama and Limani just kicking it into the opposition as they ran towards them. The aliens are in to try and protect me from having to see us concede a late goal. Unfortunately, it will still count if it goes in. But we have clung on to a 0-0. And I cannot do that even once more. Never mind for the season. That was painful and horrible. That is not for me. But in the next episode, I'll have no idea what's going on because it's going to be over 2 weeks until I record it in the new office. So that's going to be fun. Me traveling 2 weeks into the future and trying to work out what to do with this squad. I don't treat future Kev very well sometimes. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.